Hi, this is Cynthia and welcome to Cynthia's Chair. Today I'm going to show you some more ways that you can position your infant or small baby. Now I have a hardwood floor and I have this thin receiving blanket down right now, but as you can see that's really too thin and I need to do something to make that a little bit thicker. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do. You can lay down a thicker receiving blanket or even several. Taking care and be sure that your baby's face is not going to be smothered down into any of the blankets. You can also take a yoga mat, and I'm going to just partially unroll this because I'm going to use it in a few minutes and show you one way that you can do some positioning with your baby. So that's an option too. It's going to give me a little bit more. You might also have one of these activity floor mats. This one comes with the overhead gym contraption so things hang down and your baby can reach and try to touch things. So those are a few ideas about ways to make it a little bit more comfortable for your infant or your baby. So you have the option, obviously, of laying your baby down just flat. And with that overhead gym, you could encourage that they're reaching up and trying to bat at the things that are hanging down. The other thing that you can use is a boppy pillow, which most people are familiar with. And I just want to show you that as your child is first being needed to be positioned, rather than baby moving around on their own, you can use the boppy pillow like this so that your infant is secured, not going anywhere. This is a child who's not rolling yet. And this just might be a nice way for you to position them. You need to always be nearby them. You're not going to do positioning and walk away from them. So that's another idea. Here's another cushion that can be used for positioning as well. It's shaped like the boppy pillow, but it's smaller in size. And again, all of these you're going to be using while you're attending to your child. So you're going to be right with your child. This one will just kind of spread open like this. As you can see, child's secure in there. I would not ever have picked my baby up and moved my baby like that, but I can do that because it's a doll. But that's just another way that you can position down on the floor. This gives a little bit of head elevation and the environment that they can see. So let's now take a look at how to position your baby on their belly. First I'm just going to show you just if we lay a baby down, and if you watched my video on supporting and holding an infant, you saw that I would use my thumb and my index finger to support at the jawline. That's a really good position now for me to use if I'm going to be trying to position a baby on their belly. Now this is not a good position because this baby is not able to rotate and turn its head to breathe. So I don't want to lay a baby like that. You can take a receiving blanket and roll it or a small towel up into a roll, something like that, and then put your baby over it, always putting the arms forward. And what that does, I'll try turning this so we can get a good shot of it. What that does, if you can see, is it clears the baby's nose and mouth so that they're able to breathe. Now again, I want the arms forward. I just moved the arm for that demonstration. Now you saw that I put the yoga mat down earlier, and I'm going to show you how we can use the yoga mat for the same kind of positioning. Again, I'm going to want to secure my baby's head, make sure I have a good hold of it. And now I'm going to take and put the arms forward. And now I've got that same position that I did with the rolled up. I'm going to turn this so we can get a better shot. So now arms are forward, head and mouth are cleared, nose and mouth are cleared, excuse me, and the baby's able to breathe. So there are a lot of different ways for you to be down on the floor interacting and playing with your baby, your infant. And these are just some ideas. I do want to show you yet on the two pillows that I had that we can use the same position forward. Arms are forward. And now this is going to really start to work on gravity, that the child's neck muscles are going to be fighting gravity, and that gravity is what's going to strengthen their neck muscles. So that again is another position, and you can do the same thing on the boppy pillow that I showed you earlier. So now here we are at the floor again. I have the yoga mat covered with a receiving blanket, and now I have a mirror set up. And the reason I set the mirror up is sometimes when you're alone and working with your child, you can't tell if their nose and mouth have cleared whatever device you're using to help them be raised up. So what I want to show you is that if you can position your child on their belly over the roll, and then look into the mirror to see whether or not their head is cleared. If their head is not cleared, then this is not a good position for them. So you may want to switch this around. Now right now I can see that the baby's nose is cleared, but I can't really tell whether or not her mouth is cleared. So I'm going to show you another position. We used this earlier. This is just another type of cushion. I'm going to get the little legs in here and prop those arms forward. Always have arms forward. And I can see in the mirror, and now I can see that the mouth and the nose are cleared. And so that's a good position. I still want to be right beside my baby. I don't want to be walking away. But this way I can take a look in the mirror, and I can also make some faces on the mirror, some sounds, and try to get your child's attention so they want to look up, because that's something that we want them to continue working on in development. Let me show you the boppy pillow, which is very popular. And I just want to show you the boppy pillow with a child this size. Now, if I were just to lay the child on the pillow like this, I can see that the nose and the mouth are both occluded by the cushion itself. So this may not be the right size for this child. You may have to wait till they're older in order to get them on this, or you could sit here and position their head to make sure that they are keeping their nose and mouth clear, because we don't want anything that's going to obstruct that. So these are just some ideas, some things that you can do when you're down on the floor playing with your baby. And anytime that you're going to be moving an infant who has not yet gained head control, make sure you are controlling the head just as I am here. And hopefully these are some ways that you can get down on the floor and interact and play with your infant. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions about today's video or any future videos you'd like to see, please put that in the comments down below. Thanks.